Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Happy hap tap. Um, I just got through a Christmas season at the retail store that I currently am working at, and it was actually bonkers bananas because it consists. First of all, I'll give you just little tidbits of the holiday season. Um, Everybody brought back the clothes that their grandmother gave them. Um, I've heard multiple times at checkout, what's grandma's email in order to check her receipt for the return so that they can rob grandma and either get it as a store credit, which whatever, that's fine, or steal her money from her, which is what most of them did. Now, mind you, grandma doesn't have to buy you gifts, so you should really wear what your grandma buys you. Um, I'm This video is gonna be more unstructured in terms of research. It's more of a it's more of an opportunity for me to talk about what I want to do with my life. And I think with the approach of the new year and the approach of my late 20s coming, that's a question that gets more and more pending by the day because some people assume that the career that you choose to do as an initial starting point to build skills is the one that you're going to remain in for the rest of your life. Or you're going to want mobility in that chosen field. um, Speaking from personal experience, as somebody who's been in different professional fields, they're all the same. Like for the most part, you're doing different work, but your goal is the same as you're collaborating with people. Even if you're working alone, like you eventually have to present your product to an audience, um, in terms of making a profit. So every job, it's not the same in terms of what you repeatedly do, but it is the same in terms of like having a job. It means you are either required to contribute or want to contribute, or a mixture of the both, which is what most people, I would assume, have. Um, I am lucky to not fully hate my job, but there are many people who do, because of how taxing it can be or because of how unfair you get compensated for it. My biggest dream in life is to work as a director. My father was a director, not of films, but he was a leader, and it's hard to find good leaders these days because it's hard to find good listeners. And part of being a director with skill is somebody who can manage and adapt to different environments and different personalities and different expectations because especially in entertainment, there is an overall arching expectation that the film or television show or whatever you're working on will be successful, and it must turn a profit in order to be worth doing in the first place. Um, my goal in life is not to turn profits. I don't enjoy making money as a way of spreading influence or being in control. I don't care about that. But I care more about allowing other people to see their own potential and to gain access to that potential immediately. Because I have never felt as strong I do as when I'm on stage or in front of an audience, because it's a real act of bravery to pull yourself in front of people and try to relay a message to them, and not knowing whether or not that message is going to impede on them personally, or they'll enjoy it. you know um, I think one of the most important things about having a career in the arts or wanting to have a career in the arts is I want to devote myself to being compensated for something adjacent to creativity. Since I'm working at a clothing store right now, I feel detached from our product, and not in the sense that I own the product and I am representing the brand on a small scale, but there's no room for input in terms of artistic design. Like, who would trust me? Okay? Like, the truth of the matter is, with every creative, you have to either know the right people or you have to be brave enough to do it on your own and fail, because it's nobody's going to give you yeah, you could train in school or you could apprentice under somebody, but nobody's going to give me the keys to a clothing brand and be like, here, give your own design, give your own input. Nobody's going to give me a camera and hundreds of thousands of dollars and be like, here, assemble your idea, like you can do whatever you want. This sort of reverse way that we have to chase our goals, and have also along the way people pestering you and saying things like, are you in school right now for that? Did you go to school for writing? Are you even good at writing? How do I know that what you're writing is legit compared to what somebody else is writing, that's being actually produced and put up on screens? Because again, those are all hoops that you need to jump through. It's first of all, it's legitimization of having to have the actual example of said product, or you need to have somebody who knows you, who knows you're capable of doing that said product and trusts you enough to finance it. I've had many great ideas. I'm gonna cut that part out. There's been a lot of deliberation over whether or not it's right to proceed with a certain creative venture in terms of seeing it to fruition, meaning believing that the idea can actually be achieved through all the pieces coming and flowing together. And the fear behind that is that the execution is going to be poor and the resulting product is going to be poor, and therefore a waste of potential, which is where we're coming to now in this part of the vlog, where I started looking at love as not a love of potential, but a love of reality and what is real. And what is real is that there are many stories out there that need to be shared, and choice people willing to believe in them and encourage them. And I don't know, I guess I'm just making this to say I'm really grateful for the people who have believed in the actual real essence of the idea rather than the potential of what the product could be. Meaning, believe in your friends even if they're not achieving things. Believe in yourself even if you're not achieving things. That's all I really have to say. Thank you.